What's up guys, Alvaro here. Welcome to the Bilingual Stock Market channel again. You guys already know this channel. This is the YouTube channel in which we talk about the markets, but we do it in English and Spanish as well, so you can pick your preferred language. And in this video, and as I do it Mondays through Thursdays, I want to make a quick stock market update. I want to break down some technicals, going over the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq 100, which happen to be the most important indices of the United States stock market. And at the end of the video, I am going to be breaking down from a technical standpoint one cryptocurrency and 3 stocks that will be on the top of my watch list for tomorrow's trading session. So without further ado, let's get started. And we still have 16 more minutes in today's trading session, and we are having a green day all across the board except for the Dow Jones, which is pretty much breaking even. It is down as of now 0.01%. The Russell 2000 is having once again another phenomenal day, and it is up as of now 1.21%. The Nasdaq is up 0.39%, and the S&P 500 is up 0.10% on the day. So we didn't have the S&P 500 didn't get to all-time high today. We'll still have 15 more minutes, and as of now, the S&P 500 is, I would say, 9 points away from all-time high, but it doesn't look like the bulls want to take on all-time high in today's trading session. And before going over the stocks and the cryptocurrency that will be on the top of my watch list for tomorrow's trading session, I want to share with you and I want to show you guys some trades that I closed in today's trading session, starting with ExxonMobil. And I want to show you guys these trades because these were trades that were called out through our video. So in the case of ExxonMobil, if you guys remember, I said 2 weeks ago, I told you here through the channel that I was going to start a swing position on ExxonMobil, and I did it. And I told you, watch out for ExxonMobil finding support at $58-ish. So I made 3 different purchases in the ballpark of $58 per share. So I ended up investing $4,947, and I ended up selling out of these 85 shares because I ended up purchasing 85 shares. So I sold out of these 85 shares this morning at $5,244, making a $297 profit. And what do you know, guys? Clover Health. So I had a bunch of shares of Clover Health. I actually had 2 different swing positions opened on Clover Health. So this is the first position that I opened back on February 16th. Way back then, I purchased 150 shares of Clover Health at $11.74, and lucky enough, Clover Health went up today like crazy. And I sold out of these 150 shares right after the market opened this morning at $17. So I ended up making something like $800 out of this swing position. And in the case of the other swing position that I opened back in February on Clover Health, here you guys can see my second trading and investment portfolio. And take a look at these, guys. So in the case of this portfolio, I purchased 200 shares of Clover Health at $12.89, and I ended up, that was back in the beginning of February, and I ended up selling out of those 200 shares as well this morning at $17.06. So I made something like $834 out of this swing position. I invested $2,577, and I ended up selling these 200 shares at $3,411, and I also locked in the profit this morning on Bed Bath & Beyond. And if you guys remember, this is another trade that I called out here on the channel. I told you last week, watch out for Bed Bath & Beyond paying a visit to the $32 or $31.50. So I picked up 50 shares of Bed Bath & Beyond on June 4th, and I sold those 50 shares today at $36.37. I ended up making $240 out of this swing position. So this goes to show, guys, that pretty much most of the trades that I call out here on the channel are working. So you need, of course, I am not a financial advisor, but you can see my videos and reconcile your own research work with the stuff that I am explaining to you guys here on the channel. And now let's go ahead and take a look at the S&P 500. We still have 2 more minutes in today's trading session, and the S&P 500 is trading as of now at 42.28, and it is pretty much breaking even. It is up 0.04%, and take a look at what happened this morning, guys. So the bulls failed at 42.36. Unbelievable, guys. We were something like 2.5 points or 3 points away from all-time high, but the bulls didn't have the necessary steam to take on all-time high. So it looks like we are going to close slightly below 42.30. So obviously the most important area of resistance for tomorrow's trading session is going to be 42.32, 42.35. And I'm thinking, guys, I believe that the bulls don't want to take on all-time high until the CPI data comes out on Thursday at 8:30 a.m. I think that's what the bulls are waiting for in order to take on all-time high. So if the CPI data comes out, let's say, better than expected. So if the CPI data or the CPI report shows that inflation isn't getting out of control, that day on Thursday, the bulls are going to be very, there goes the market. So as I was saying, guys, if on Thursday we have a better than expected CPI report, I think that that is going to be the ingredient that the bulls need in order to take on all-time high in the S&P 500. So we closed at 42.27. That implies that the most important area of support for tomorrow's trading session is going to be once again 42.16. And take a look at what happened today, guys. Today we momentarily broke 42.16 as a support, but the bulls managed to find support at 42.08, which is an area of support that coincides with the 50 SMA on the 1 hour chart. So from and immediately and after having found support at 42, that was 42.08, 42.09, the bulls bounced back up. So tomorrow, and yet again, the most important area of resistance in the S&P 500 is going to be 42.16, and to the upside, obviously 42.34, 42.35, or 42.36. But if I had to put money on the table in regard to a possible outcome in the S&P 500, I would say that we are taking all-time high depending on what happens on Thursday morning with the CPI report. That's my humble opinion. And when it comes to the Nasdaq 100, let's go ahead and take a look at the Nasdaq 100 and how it closed. And I am pretty much improvising over here, guys, because the market just closed. So the bulls failed today at 13,913 points. Right after that, right after the bulls were rejected at that level, the Nasdaq 100 pretty much sold off in a very aggressive way, and the bulls managed to find support at a previous area of resistance for the bulls in the Nasdaq 100 at around 13,750 points. So we have over here a previous area of resistance that now is acting as a new support. And the Nasdaq 100 went up today 0.08% and it closed today's trading session at 13,810 points. So this is crystal clear for tomorrow. The most important area of support for tomorrow's trading session is going to be 13,750 points, which is a new area of support after having been an area of resistance in which the bulls of the Nasdaq 100 failed at in 2 consecutive sessions. And from a resistance standpoint, what's out tomorrow for the 13,900 points? And let me pull up here the 4-hour chart, and how far away are we from all-time high in the Nasdaq 100? Let me check on that. So as of now, we are almost 2% of the highs in the Nasdaq 100. So maybe, I could be mistaken, but this is what I am thinking. If on Thursday, and as I said in the case of the S&P 500, if we happen to have a better than expected CPI data or CPI report, maybe the bulls in the Nasdaq 100 could potentially take on all-time high in the Nasdaq 100 at around 14,073 points. And now let's go ahead and take a look at Dogecoin. And in the case of Dogecoin, guys, we find this cryptocurrency as of now trading at 32 cents. And I am really thinking, and please don't laugh about this, but I am really thinking about starting a long-term position on Doge. And why, guys? All right, before you start dropping negative comments down below. I think that sooner rather than later, Tesla is going to start to accept payments in Dogecoin. I think that that is going to happen. I don't have a time frame for that, but I think that it is going to happen because we all know that Dogecoin is Elon Musk's favorite cryptocurrency by far. So I also think that the second Tesla announces publicly that they are going to accept payments in Doge, this cryptocurrency is going to fly so high. So I want to be prepared ahead of time for what could potentially be an announcement from Tesla in regard to accepting payments in Dogecoin. And I think that that is going to happen, as I just said, sooner rather than later. So here we have the 1-year chart of Doge, and my ideal price in order to start a long-term position, a speculative, obviously, long-term position in Doge is going to be 20 cents, guys. Take a look at this. 20 cents coincides with the 180 SMA on the 1-year chart, but 20 cents is also a previous area of support for Doge that already acted as such back on May 19th. It also acted as a lower support back on April 23rd, and it also acted as a lower support for Doge back on April 22nd. So that is going to be my ideal price in order to start a position on Doge. And from a technical standpoint, I truly believe that the second that Doge bursts above 43 cents, it is going to be off to the races, guys. 43 cents has turned into a critical area of resistance for Dogecoin because it has already acted as such in 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 occasions before. And sometimes some of you guys have asked me about, the question, is it a good moment to start the long-term position on Doge? And guys, as of now, we find Doge trading something like 56% of its highs. And if I happen to be able to pick up Dogecoin at 20 cents, which is my intention, I would be potentially buying Dogecoin 73% of its high. So I am going to be patient. I don't think that this cryptocurrency correction that we are seeing nowadays is over, and my price is going to be 20 cents, and I am going to be investing $2,000 or $3,000 in Dogecoin at 20 cents. I really need to see the 20 cents in the case of Dogecoin, and I hope Dogecoin not to burst above 43 cents before I can pick up some Doge at 20 cents. And now let's go ahead and take a look at BB Blackberry. So let me pull up here the 4-hour chart. And who didn't have a Blackberry back in the days, guys? I had like 2 or 3 of these cell phones, and we all know what happened at the end of the day. Samsung and Apple came around and they absolutely killed Blackberry. So I haven't seen a Blackberry in years, actually. I am surprised that this company is still making cell phones. So Blackberry went up today 0.19% and it closed today's trading session at $15.80. And guys, take a look at the RSI. It is at 55 points. That implies that at this moment, Blackberry is neither oversold nor overbought, so it looks very healthy from a technical standpoint. And if I zoom in on the 4-hour, take a look at how $13-ish, in my opinion, would be a buy in the case of Blackberry. And you guys know that I put my money where my mouth is, so you can mark my words. If tomorrow I happen to see Blackberry paying a visit to the $13, I am going to be picking up 200 or 300 shares of Blackberry. And why $13? Well, because $13 coincides, first of all, with the 50 SMA on the 4-hour chart, but it also coincides with an area that already acted as a lower support for Blackberry in yesterday's trading session, but it also acted as a resistance for Blackberry back in late February and also back in mid-February. So from a technical standpoint, if Blackberry happens to pay a quick visit of, let's say, if Blackberry happens to drop in a very aggressive way, and if it gets down to $13 from a technical standpoint, that's an area that is supposed to provide a very good support for the bulls of Blackberry. So if I happen to be able to pick up 200 or 300 shares of Blackberry at $13, then my price target is going to be the area of resistance in which the bulls of Blackberry failed at today at around $17. So if I happen to be able to take this trade the way that I am describing it, I could be potentially locking in a profit of 25%. So watch out tomorrow for Blackberry paying a visit to the $13, finding a good support over there, which could very well happen from a technical standpoint, and then bouncing back up. However, guys, if tomorrow Blackberry happens to be able to burst above $17, this could very well be a momentum play. That's not a trade that I am going to take. I don't want to take momentum trades when it comes to meme stocks. But if Blackberry happens to burst above $17, which was the area of resistance in which the bulls of Blackberry failed at in today's trading session, watch out for Blackberry paying another visit to the $21 per share. That would be a move of 20% to the upside, but that's not a trade that I am willing to take in the case of Blackberry. And now, obviously, we need to close today's video talking about Gamestop and Amc Entertainment once again, because who is making YouTube videos about the stock market nowadays without talking about Gamestop and Amc Entertainment? And in the case of Gamestop, this stock went absolutely ballistic this morning, guys. Let me pull up here the 1 day, 1 minute and take a look at how GameStop burst above the super resistance that I called out in yesterday's video at around $295, and this stock filled the gap up to the to the following resistance that I called out in yesterday's video at around $344. So GameStop behaved this morning exactly the way that I said that it could potentially behave in today's trading session in yesterday's video. So GameStop went up today 7.14% and it closed today's trading session at $300. So what am I thinking about over here in regard to GameStop? So let me zoom in here on the 4-hour, and guys, if tomorrow GameStop happens to open the trading session slightly above the former resistance of $295, and if I notice that GameStop can close hourly, let's say during 3 or 4 hours, maybe not 4 hours, let's say a couple of hours above or slightly above $295, that could be a sign that this stock is gathering strength in order to try to fill the gap up once again up to $350. And take a look at the spot, guys, in which the bulls of GameStop failed at today. That was at $347-ish, which is a former area of resistance that already acted as such for the bulls of GameStop back on March 10th. So this was no a coincidence, and I think that out of all of the meme stocks out there, GameStop is by far the one that is looking more attractive. So that is going to be my plan in the case of GameStop for tomorrow's trading session. And the RSI is at 70 points. We already know that 70 points is nothing for a meme stock, guys. In the case of GameStop, we have already seen this stock trading with the RSI at 93 points. So watch out tomorrow for GameStop, guys. If this stock, if the stock of this company starts to close hourly during at least a couple of hours, slightly above $295, I am going to be picking up 30 or 40 shares of GameStop, trying to ride it up to the $347 or $350. And of course, AMC Entertainment. Let's go ahead and take a look at good old AMC Entertainment. AMC today pretty much broke even, up 0.09%, and it closed today's trading session at $55. Pay close attention to the RSI, guys. It is at 55 points, so at this moment AMC is neither oversold nor overbought. So I am going to pull up here the 1-hour chart and take a look at how AMC is holding this 50 SMA on the 1-hour chart as a lower support at around $53. So I am thinking about two possible scenarios in tomorrow's trading session. If AMC happens to open tomorrow's trading session slightly above $53, and if I see that AMC happens to find support, as I said before, slightly above $53 during 1 or 2 hours, I am going to think about picking up some shares of AMC, guys, because today the bulls of AMC managed to burst above $58, which is a major resistance for AMC, but then the bulls lost steam and then AMC sold off and found support at the 50 SMA on the 1-hour chart. So as I said before, I think that if tomorrow AMC happens to show some sort of consolidation slightly above $53, that is going to be a spot in which I am going to be willing to pick up some shares of AMC. Another possible scenario would be AMC breaking that support of the 50 SMA on the 1-hour chart and paying a visit down to the $45-46 ish, which is an area that already acted as a lower support for AMC in yesterday's trading session, but it also acted as a lower support for AMC last Friday. And if I happen to pick up shares of AMC at $45, in that case, my price target is going to be the $58, which has turned into a critical area of resistance for AMC. So if I can take this trade the way that I am describing it, I could be potentially locking in a profit of 20%. If I happen to pick up shares of AMC holding the 50 SMA as a lower support. So let's say that I pick up some shares of AMC at $54 or $55 each. In that case, my price target is going to be the next important area of resistance for AMC after having broken the $58. In that case, we are talking about $68 approximately, in which case I could be also potentially locking in a profit of 22%. So watch out tomorrow, guys, for AMC holding or finding a good support slightly above the 50 SMA on the 1 hour chart and then bursting above the $58 or paying a visit to the $45 or $46, finding support over there and then bouncing back up. And with AMC Entertainment, I am going to wrap up the video. Thank you very much for your attention and thank you very much for hanging out with me once again. Remember, guys, that here on the Bilingual Stock Market channel, we are posting these stock market update videos Mondays through Thursdays right after the market closes. In these videos, I break down, as I just did, the S&P 500, the Nasdaq 100, and 3 or 4 stocks that will be on the top of my watch list for the next trading session. So if you guys want to get the notifications of all of our notifications in a timely manner, you have to be subscribed to the channel and you also need to activate the notification bell right up there. Follow us on Instagram as well, guys, at Bilingual Stock Market. On our Instagram account, we're posting news and information on a daily basis, but most importantly, I am making call outs about the stocks that I am about to buy throughout the trading session. So if you also want to have access to that information in a timely manner, go ahead and follow us on Instagram. And remember that this is the Bilingual Stock Market channel, the YouTube channel in which we talk about the markets, but we do it in English and Spanish as well, so you can pick your preferred language. But most importantly, this is the YouTube channel in which we know that the wonderful world of Wall Street is not for geniuses, it is for entrepreneurs just like you guys and myself. My name is Alvaro, and I will see you guys tomorrow once again, a bit before, after the market closes, but I start recording these videos a bit before the market closes. So see you guys tomorrow. Peace out and enjoy the rest of your day.